Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in Rust talking about Rust Console Edition for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, next generations, and everything in between. And today we're going over the skin set store rotation, or skin set rotation that happens here June 30th, 2022. Geez, that was a mouthful. Full disclosure, there was a soft wipe for monthly, and there was a hard wipe happening for weekly. As far as weeklies, the next hard BP wipe will be the last Thursday of the month for July. And as far as monthly having the next BP wipe, we're not sure because they are like, we'll just do it when we want to. Typically, those can happen around major updates. It could or could not happen around potentially the Oceanbound whenever that does go into main branch. Speaking of which, Oceanbound is now going to be cargo ship real fast here, if you didn't know already. And it's going to go to PTB at around mid-July. And then it looks like it'll usually sit on PTB for about 2 to 3 months, then it gets pushed to main. So as far as monthly, your next potential, and it's not for sure, BP wipe could be like, 3 months out. And that's even if they decide to. Honestly, I don't know why they hold on to it for as long as they do. Because PC official servers wipe, hard wipe at the end of the month, every month, all the time, all day, every day. Okay, so let's go to the skin store set rotation. Jeez, I can't say it. Okay, real quick, the special items rotate around midday, July 7th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give or take. So if you're looking to get these bad boys, go for it now. You don't have to. It's all good. Very excited for Oceanbound to come through. Again, we know that it's cargo ship. Very excited because that's going to usher in our all-important power surge that's coming down the pipeline. By the way, as soon as this does hit PTB, we're going to be playing it, letting you guys know we are on Next Generations. We do have a few of our own party members. Party members? That sounds a little official. It's our own group that we play with in our party that are playing on different versions of the console. So we're going to have to kind of chime in and let you guys know how that goes. Okay, down to the skin sets, right? Jeez. Okay, first one we have here is following with the trend throughout the last, I'm going to say 2 cycles at least. This is going to be the third. We have the Flower Camo Arsenal for 500 RC. I think this is probably the best buy out of all of these. If you've just started in the game, you have a lot of great weapons to pick from. If you're trying to do some budget buys, there's some really good picks here. You've got the custom, the rocket launcher. I mean, why wouldn't you want an M249 that looks all decked out like it's from the 70s? Why not? Again, I think this is probably the best buy. But again, if you want to go like single selection, by all means, go for it. You can get about 2 of these, and it's still like a good buy. And then we're teetering on your third, then maybe you want to upgrade. Little fact here: you can, if you're trying to budget buy, try to buy them singular, and then as you're like, oh, okay, maybe I'm going to buy the whole set. You can still buy the whole set and get the savings, as far as I know. At least on the Xbox, you can. So something to consider. Because I know, Rust coins are not necessarily that accessible for everybody these days because, money is what it is. Okay, so on to the next set here. We got Beach Scout going for 840. I do like this one. This is RP to the max. Definitely fits the theme for the seasons here in the States. So, yeah, we've got the Boonie Hat. That's real good. I don't think we've had one for the halter top or the hide skirt. So those are definitely new. So if you're looking for rarity, you could buy those. I do think this is reasonably priced. This is definitely more of a thematic themed. That's the same thing, isn't it? It's definitely a themed set. Jeez, I can't talk. But yeah, I like these. I'll be buying this. I mean, who wouldn't be upset if you got rated with somebody with a hide skirt and a halter top? Huh? I mean, come on. Right? Right. Okay, on to the next one here. I do think, and this has been a trend over the last 2 rotations, we've got the Deep Freeze Veteran. I like it, but I do think it's kind of a reskin of the Dark Ice, and it is because I feel like the blue has changed. Although I know there's like a different shader on the inside, but to be fair, I think maybe maybe the Dark Ice had it in there. We just never saw it because of the the core color of it. But anyways, so Deep Freeze Veteran. I do think it's a little bit on the high side. I do like this shader type for lots of different things. But, I mean, to be fair, a lot of us are looking for deployables, or at least a mixture of them. And I hope that they start to usher them out over the next, couple cycles. That would be great. Not to poo-poo on this completely, but I do think it's a bit high. So if you are trying to do a bargain buy, here's the thought. If you're going to use this for functionality, this is exceptionally good for actual cold area camo. But here's the thing, you're probably not going to be wearing pants or a hoodie. You might be wearing something else entirely because these have negative cold values, which means it attacks on more cold. If you are going for camo, you can probably knock these out, assault rifle and the LR, if you're trying to save some scratched cheese, right? Some skrill cheese. And honestly, if you're even trying to go super bargain, if you're trying to look for some kind of camo, your chest plate has the most surface area. So really, maybe buy that. And there's something else that's kind of close in the face mask realm that could still keep you in the camo area. But honestly, not a lot of people live in the cold biome as much as they will when there is power surge with the heaters and stuff. I don't know, just something to consider if you're looking at this saying, is there some functionality? Maybe I can kind of handpick these. So I would say maybe, you know, face and chest if you want to go for some camo. And then if you want to go all the way, I mean, you can. But again, I think it's a little bit on the steep side for just kind of like pushing a shader onto another piece. You know what I mean? At least that's what it feels like. I don't know if, I mean, in execution, I guess it's not quite that simple, but that's kind of what it feels like for us. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you changed the color, and we're getting rolled on for a 1960 RC. That's kind of rough. I think the way the player base is seeing it, but I like I said, I'll be buying all these. Actually, I don't think I said that. Well, I'll be buying all these, but I can see how some people are definitely upset with this, and rightfully so. Especially, let's put it this way: if you guys wanted to put something like that on the roster for a rotation, put some deployables in, please. Double door skins, just saying. Some box skins to help with sorting with a little bit of illumination on them is so great. We always love those. We'll never, ever, ever hate those. They're always fantastic. So anyways, we're waiting for that Oceanbound. It is very important for us. I think it's going to be a lot of good stuff. It's going to be pulling away a lot of those scrubs from oil rig over to cargo ship. And yes, you can do it solo, and it's a ton of fun. So I'd highly recommend. So on the topic of water, you were like, hey, this wipe, I'm trying to do some water stuff, but also in the future, I'm going to need to know a good water base. We'll look no further. We have the Bilge water base built specifically for solos and duos to keep you away from Zergs and give you access to that progression, whether it be oil rig, cargo ship, fishing village, you name it, this base can do it. Check it out. We'll put it up on the end screen now.